When we first opened at the Food Network, 1 in 8 households were food insecure in Simcoe County, and now 1 in 3 are food insecure. So it's a lot of our community that is struggling.
In today's world of parents being very busy, many dimensions of family that we're not always aware of, from grandparents and even great-grandparents, kids don't always have that connection.
So unfortunately, there was a situation where father and son went through the ice and lost their lives. And that same day, within 45 minutes, father of 5 also went through the ice and passed away. With the current equipment that we have, there are times where you can call 911 and they'll say, "We're sorry, you'll have to flag down a civilian and we'll get a medic to the shore to the nearest access point." And that's hard to fathom.
Not all these stories are made public, but there are often a number of times when students come and are provided with some food or some donations that have been made to the office of food, and they take that home and they will usually come and share what a positive impact that had on their family. For example, I've seen a student that was given something as a donation to them. They turned around and gave it to their parent as a gift, which is so nice to hear, right? We're trying to help them and they're trying to help their families in turn.
In the first year of the pandemic, 2020, which were very, very difficult times, as we know, but particularly for people with disabilities who were living on their own in isolation, away from their community and away from that connection. Rotary was the inaugural founder of our Bridging the Gap program. And because of that program, we were able to connect with all members of the supported independent living program who do live in their own homes in the community to ensure that they were receiving the basic supplies, health essentials, and basic food items that they needed and perhaps could not afford during that part of the pandemic and simply couldn't access them either.
I think currently we have a lot of individuals in our community that are struggling with affordable housing, access to nutritious food, and Rotary, although they can't solve everything, they do their best to fill in the gaps that we have in our funding and other organizations, and so all of us collectively can come together to make a difference.
So when Rotary gives opportunities through things like Camp Ignite or things like recruitment of mentors or even mentors coming forward, it creates the beginning of a connection for a child that eliminates that isolation and provides possibilities to them that they may have not have known about before.
Calling 911, they say, find another way and we'll meet you here. And we wanted to change that. And with this custom craft, that is what we're going to solve.
Initially, they gave us $25,000. And then the following year, they upped it another 25, so they were able to give $50,000 towards this initiative, which it's amazing. And we did have a financial goal, which was $350,000. Yeah, and we got there.
Because students have had such impact on donations that were made to them as students, they usually turn around and either do fundraising themselves as they get older or jump into roles where they are supporting community programs and people in their communities when they get older, because it did give them that hope when they were younger and they want to turn around and support others as they get older.
Having the Rotary Club in our corner as a donor and a supporter is absolutely instrumental in being able to make this work happen. As you can imagine, stepping in to cover those unfunded needs where traditional funding does fall short can be very difficult. And without the support of something like the Rotary Club of Midland, we simply would not be able to do what we do.
When I think of the impact that Rotary's had on the Georgian Bay Food Network, I think of all of the seniors that we wouldn't be able to serve without their support. The Food to Door program serves over 100 seniors in our community that currently wouldn't be able to access food otherwise.
A couple years ago, Rotary sponsored Camp Ignite. It's a camp we run every 2 years with the first responders of Simcoe County. That camp is coveted within our agency. 12 kids get to come every single day, show up and participate. We had one little, and he was pretty sure at the end of all of this he was going to be a firefighter. He would show up at the fire hall randomly after. and he lost his life a couple years ago, just after camp, and all of the firefighters showed up to do that. That camp and that connection couldn't have been made without Rotary, and we remain grateful for that.
The Midland Rotary getting behind us, I really think was a big game changer for our initiative, and we're just eternally grateful for the support, for sure.
I think Rotary was the first one that actually got on board to give us.
Yeah, I think they were too.
Yeah.
It's really special. It's been a long journey.
Yeah. And so we've now given the money over to Tay Township. They are now carrying it. So now we're just waiting for the boat to be in the stage where we can actually purchase it. Yeah.
Rotary is community. They support our students, they support our families. They are a positive affirmation of the positive things that students are doing, and to turn around and give hope to those ones that are having challenging situations, those families and those students in need.
Time and time again, Rotary has stepped up to provide the support in the way that the people need it. Rotary are the dependable community champions of CLH and all those that we support.
The power of Rotary really did speak to me, as it actually made me want to become a Rotarian as well. We're very, very lucky to have the Rotary Club of Midland supporting us.